Search and rescue operations continue in Wayanad. Latest information provided by the Kerala Health Minister Veena George pegs the current death toll at 308 after landslide affected Chooramala, Attamala. Rescue operations are taking place there currently as well. You can see those visuals on your screens. JCBs and cranes on the ground trying to clear out the roads, trying to find those people who are still trapped. We're being told more than 250 people are missing. Meanwhile, the death toll continues to mount. My colleague Anand is joining us live from Wayanad. Anand, you're on the ground. Take our viewers through what's happening. The death toll is mounting. It's risen to above 300 over the last 1 hour as well. You've been speaking to all of those people who've been rescued. They are currently in relief camps. What do they have to say on to you as well? Anand, can you hear me? All right, there seems to be a connectivity issue at Anand's end, but viewers, will try to get that sorted. In the meantime, sad news coming in. The death toll in Wayanad has risen to 308 earlier this morning. Statistics peg this at 298, but since then 10 more people have reported to have died. Meanwhile, search and rescue operations are continuing on the ground. In fact, the Army, the NDRF, the SDRF, they're all working in tandem in order to ensure that no life is left behind. Meanwhile, I'd like to also, in fact, show some visuals to our viewers that I have open on my screen over here. 8 villages have been swept off by rains. You can see the devastation over here. You can see the fact that the landslide has completely inundated the roads as well. Big boulders are blocking the roads in Wayanad. This is, of course, an aerial shot that you can see. Dozens are buried underneath this rubble. This was once, of course, a picturesque landscape, a popular tourist destination. Several resorts were over here as well. But torrential rain that took place over the course of the weekend, about 3 days of torrential rain had lashed in the area. And this, of course, led to the landslides that had occurred at an elevation of about 1,500 meters as well. Here are some more images. Cars and highways are being washed away. You can see the utter scale of destruction that has taken place. Tourists who are visiting the site, locals, they're stranded as well. Their property has been damaged. You can see these houses have been damaged by the landslide. Cars as well have been wrecked. Right here in this picture, you can see somebody's house has been utterly destroyed as well. Here, of course, you can see the rescue teams that are operating on the ground. Floodwaters still in the area due to heavy rainfall that is taking place. Our rescue teams braving the storms, making sure that no life is left behind. Debris, of course, you can see on your screens currently fallen tree logs. The NDRF working overtime. You can, of course, spot a JCB over here trying to clear out the debris and rescue those who have been trapped. But some have unfortunately not survived. These bodies, of course, being pulled out. Floodwater, meanwhile, hampering the rescue. Fallen tree logs are being hauled by our forces. Makeshift bridges are being built in order to move the people on the ground as well. Babies are being rescued. Some newborns, of course, being pulled out of the rubble. You can see over here medical kits, emergency kits being carried by our forces in order to provide emergency medical aid. Right here on your screen is an image taken 2 days back in the evening. This was the construction of the Bailey Bridge when it had commenced. Of course, it took place through the night as well. The forces on the ground worked around the clock in order to ensure that this bridge that you can finally see constructed on your screens is operational. This has helped save over 1,000 lives. It seems Anand's connection is fine once again. Anand, we last spoke about an hour back. Back then, the death toll was pegged at 298. It seems that 10 more bodies have recovered. Health Minister of the state, Veena George, has come out to say that the death toll now stands at 308.
Yeah, Priya, look, even as the rescue operation is underway, the death toll is increasing. By the time more relief operation is being carried, and Indian Armed Forces, along with several other agencies, are making inroads into the debris. As you can see, just behind me, the heavy equipments that are being brought back to back for the relief work over here in Wayanad. And these machines will help them to remove the debris, especially the mud and that have flown, that have been carried by the massive landslide that took place on Monday. And even the health minister has now confirmed that 308 bodies have been taken out from the debris, and the postmortem of all those bodies and identification of all those bodies are being carried out. So looking at the kind of disaster that Wayanad has been struck with, so people are expecting that around 200 more such bodies can be taken out, because still there are 250 plus people missing after the landslide that was struck on Monday. And many people are expecting that there can be some more bodies that will be taken out, as the chances for finding anyone alive is very bleak. So the agencies are now focusing to take out the dead bodies from those debris that has been submerged by the water and the heavy mud that has been carried along with the landslide that happened on Monday. Back to you, Priya.
Indeed, Anand, you are currently, of course, reporting even as rain is lashing. Let's in fact take a look at what I have on my screen over here. This is, of course, a weather update of the region. It seems that light rain is taking place at about 0.3 millimeter per hour. This is, of course, the region around Wayanad that I am referring to currently. The wind speed, meanwhile, is around 7 to 8 kilometers per hour. And the temperature, meanwhile, stands at around 22 degrees Celsius. Anand, you've been reporting from the ground. Will the showers continue over the course of the day? And are we expecting them to continue well into tomorrow?
Yeah, even as we talk, as of now, heavy rains are following. It's not anymore drizzling. It's raining very hardly over here. And we can say that as per the IMD predictions, the rain will be continuing for next 2 to 3 days. So this will definitely hamper the work of the relief operation workers over here, those who are indulged to remove the debris. As we have seen how big the wooden logs have been there, and many cutters have been brought to cut the wood logs to remove those from those debris areas, and those are being taken away by the JCB machines. They are being put on the trucks so that the mud and the silt that has been accumulated over there in those homes, in those areas that has been washed away by the landslide. So to look for the dead bodies that have been buried over there. So it's going to be a very challenging task for the rescue workers over here, as the weather is extreme and it is raining continuously over here after a gap of every 15 or 20 minutes.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.